What up, y'all? How everybody out there doing? We waiting for everybody to pop in. None time out.
YouTube, he's Muten Gaming on YouTube, and
This is what we do, you know what I'm talking about? This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember what I was doing, to be real, yo. What up, kick? Where the kick niggas at? You know what I'm saying?
Got one down, one down! Two down, got him!
Hey. All right, yo. I gotta figure out what I was even doing, man. I think I'm about to just go do the mission where I gotta find the food. We doing side quests. Oh, we got a bot in the kick chat. What up, kick chat bot? Bot sister? Damn it. Oh shit! I should change my fucking.
Retala! Ha ha! Ha ha! Mascara d'ore.
Whoops. What? Wow. The fuck? I don't know where the fuck I'm at, dog. I didn't even mean to come this way. The fuck? Bone scroll. Oh, gotta go see the lady. Like they must have dug out of this motherfucker or something, bro. Oh shit. Oh shit. Guess I can't do that. Oh shit. Woo. Damn it. Fucked up. Woo! It's over here. Whoa. I'm gonna die. I just need some more silk. Oh my god. Woo! Back against the wall for real. Immediately. There's nothing over here, okay? Are you gonna kill me?
Motera.
Regina Fora.
Loam.
Manama.
Then Frank.
Vala.
The writing's really good, so we gotta read our shit.
Muten.
Manama.
Da, Venestra.
Eiratom. Ha. Melo.
I think I need to change. I gotta change into the other ones. Where's okay? That's where it is on the map. Okay, it's there. Okay, all right. Okay. I haven't. God damn it! Why did? Oh my God! Oh well, I mean, at least. Okay, so I can just zip on by all that bullshit. We know what we're doing. out of here, ho. The fuck? Oh, that's for my Silky. Rosaries. Let's go help the man out. This is just benches or shops? What are they? I need my, yeah. Oh, that sucks. They shouldn't have did this. You take away the tracking device, my nigga? Y'all niggas is fucked up. I think they're all just benches. Okay. Guess it doesn't really matter then. Fuck is this? Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is. Damn. I really should go backwards, but now let's just go backwards, man. There's like a lot of shit we miss. Woo! I don't care. I don't know what to do. I gotta do something. Okay. So this, we can't save this nigga. Okay, yeah, let's go fight the boss. Fuck. Damn, that's really sad, dog. I was trying to save this nigga, man. But I could not. I think this way is actually faster. God damn it. Oops. I mean, oh well. I fucked up. That shit felt, god damn it. Yay. Oh shit. There's nothing up here but a guy? Oh shit, I didn't even see this motherfucker. Oh my god. Fuck out of here. He. God damn it. Oh, fuck. Okay. So much to do, so little time. Oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, gracious. Sheesh. Wow, I almost died, man. I must have didn't even step on that fucking platform. Yeah, let's just lose our health. Oh shit! I think I went in here. Whoa! That's just a map barrier. This is really bad. Do I even have any rosaries? Damn, dog. Y'all just gonna do me like that, man? Mm-hmm. Didn't even see the other one until it was too late. Oh. So bad. Okay, we'll go down here very, you know, delicately. Ooh! Fuck! I guess I could have used a rosary, but what a Pat Bath. Just the map is just huge. I'm surprised I haven't just ran into any bosses. Delver's Drill. I don't even understand it. Like, this must be like a ground pound. Okay. 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 Why not? God damn it. I guess I really didn't want to save it there. Okay, it is down through here. Buckety!
Red.
Sheesh Louise. Alright. Spam. For nothing. For absolutely nothing. Alright, well, okay. I guess we gotta. Excuse me. God damn it. Fucking idiot. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't really care where the bench is, like. What? I gotta bust one down my beats. Oh, nice. I mean, where does this even take me? It just takes me, it's just like a, take me to the bus station, dog. I guess this is the closest, man. Hold on. Hmm. Oops. Oh shit.
That's fine.
Maschere.
You ain't got nothing. Oh shit. Oh, yeah, okay. I see where I'm going. I gotta get this damn quest. Quest.
Rondaga. Letara.
Okay. What the fuck is it? Oh, these are white keys. Whew. All right, look at the big map, the big picture. Jeez Louise. I guess we get the oil now, man. Oh shit. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this shit, dog. Getting us some more. Getting us some more.
Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes free in the app if you didn't file with us last year. Just file with TurboTax Do-It-Yourself by February 28th. Download now.
Shador, you know what you said yesterday after the game about Kevin and how much you learned from him and sort of understanding each other. What's your reaction to the news that he's no longer a coach?
We just found out a couple seconds ago, but I think it's just overall the mentality, like things are gonna happen. That's just how the league is, and moving forward, just focus on what we can improve, individually for the next head coach.
Shooter, do you think you did enough to show everybody, or I guess show Andrew Barry that you should be the starter heading into 2026?
I think I did what I was able to do, and I definitely grew from a lot of things, and I got experience now. So I'm always the same, like confidence-wise. I'm there, but like that's not in my hands. Like that's not my decisions. I can't speak on what other people feel.
But what is the offseason like for you? How are you going to spend it? And is it kind of weird, like, this might be the first time you're going to an offseason not knowing who your head coach is, right? Outside of last season.
Yeah, well, this year been the first year with a different head coach than Pop, so that was the adjustment off rip, and it was cool. It's great. Like building different relationships, like in different.
How does Kevin Stefanski firing impact Shador Sanders?
Okay, I guess I should be disqualified because I'm wearing his jersey.
Yeah.
But glory be, Stefanski is gone. And especially the two of us have been campaigning for that for not weeks, for months since the season started. He didn't want Shador. I believe he was sabotagey to Shador, especially in first and goal situations when he kept going wildcat so that Shador wouldn't score a touchdown.
Yep.
And the decks are now cleared for a young man who I believe proved, despite all those numbers you just read, that he is who the Cleveland Browns have been looking for at quarterback.
Yeah.
And all I know is that against impossible odds, longest odds in the league, highest degree of difficulty, against Cam Ward, who went first overall in a draft that he fell into the 5th round in. Against Cam Ward, Shador Sanders threw for 364 yards and completely outplayed Cam Ward. And then, as you pointed out, Kinsey, he did beat and outplay Aaron Rodgers, even in QBR. It was 37 to only 18 for Aaron Rodgers in that game. And it was impressive to me because of the degree of difficulty. And then yesterday against Joe Burrow, after it looked like Joe had done what Joe usually does and went giving them the lead, with a minute and a half left, Shador Sanders took a team of practice squad nobodies and went on a 64-yard drive in 10 plays, clutch, and more clutch.
You don't know that.
We know what you said.
Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
Where would the best team fit be for his style of offense?
Giants, David. I think the Giants will be. Again, I don't have any insight other than just what I hear in circles. I'm not in contact with anybody in the Giants organization. I just know how Stefanski is regarded around the league. And out of Pete Carroll, Raheem Morris, and Jonathan Gannon, and Daboll, and obviously, I guess, out of everybody that's been fired right now, Brian Callahan, the one that I would think that would have the best chance at a job next year, still being a head coach, would be Kevin Stefanski, a two-time coach, where I think his offensive acumen is valued, and his organizational skills are valued, and we will find out. We will see. I don't know. I know his name has not been mentioned yet for any other job because he's now free to find one.
My thing is, why would you hire a coach who thought Dylan Gabriel was better than Shedeur Sanders? Why would you want a coach that would do some shit like that? Why would you want a coach that would take the quarterback out after he done drove down the damn field and gotten you to a goal line? Why would you take the quarterback out again for the extra point? Why would you start Dylan Gabriel, let him throw 50 times in a game after he threw a safety? Just no composure. This supercomputer brain just has a bunch of fucking viruses, my nigga. Bartender. I've been tasked to acquire a nectar of significant age. Would you retain such a drink? I love how she fucking talks. They did the writing so well. It's actually whoever wrote this shit, the dialogue in this game. Like, I just don't really think that. Like, okay, this is the truth, right? This is how I'm gonna put it. I'd rather play Hollow Knight Silksong than Expedition 33. So how is Expedition 33 better if it doesn't even entice me to play it? And I love turn-based video games. Maybe it entices people who don't play turn-based video games. Like, I really just had the urge to play Final Fantasy VIII, man. How much is Final Fantasy VIII, yo? It should be on my wish list, bro. It's $20. I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. This game, you cannot tell me that the characters in Expedition 33 look better than this character. You can't tell me that. This looks really good. I like how they did the remaster. I gotta play this, man. I don't know how many times I played. This is one I haven't played as many times, but I gotta play this again. Like, if you know, you know. You see how it got the 8, and this is the thing, right? Back then, 2 people was making Final Fantasy, and they were competing with each other. They had disagreements on the character models. They need to bring all the old niggas that made Final Fantasy back. Like, this card game, amazing. Amazing. Like, I'm sorry, man. It was just a dope ass story and everything. Still $20. I like. Let me just watch this video, dog.
Rated T for
sexual themes.
They came from my home.
I really want to play this fucking game, yo. Like, I've been wanting to play this game for years. I just don't have time to really play it, to be real. There's always another game that like after this I gotta play Resident Evil. Like, this looks so good, bro.
Now I control time itself.
This looks so good.
I will use this power to change history, no matter what the cost. The Empire has taken everything I love. I will destroy them all. No one will stop me.
Like, I really want to play this game, yo.
Rated T for teen.
Lunar Ray Games.
They came for my home.
I gotta look them up. What are they making? What have they made? Lunar Ray Games. Oh, they're making Time Spinner 2? Oh shit. I didn't even know that. Let's look at Time Spinner 2. Like, and if I knew there was look, I'll play. Look, let's just see. Hold on. Let's just watch this trailer, dog. This came out 2 years ago. Is it out yet? Wait. They only got 900 subscribers. Oh shit. It's like Castlevania, dog. This is a Castlevania game. I'm just trying to figure out when it comes out. It must have already came out. That's crazy. I'm telling you, my backlog. This is not even a backlog game. This is just a wish list game. Jeez. When does it come out? Does it came out yet? That's crazy. Wow. Man, I wonder how popular this game actually is. Anyways. Well, Kevin Stefanski's fired. That's good.
Mom, Dad, let me give you a ride.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the dynamic between PlayStation and Xbox going into 2026 and how this time it's different, and I mean that. So I came across this report from Eurogamer, and the title reads, Xbox suffers worst year on record for console sales in the UK. 2025 has been the worst year on record for Xbox console sales in the UK. That's according to the Game Business, who reports Xbox console sales were down 39% in the UK, making it comfortably the worst year on record. By contrast, sales of Sony's PS5 system are down around 12% in the UK across the same period. The Game Business did not share the workings or comparative data for elsewhere in the world, but it's broadly in line with other data shared across the year. While all three major hardware manufacturers, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, have reportedly seen year-on-year declines, Xbox sales in the US are allegedly down a whopping 70%, according to IGN, thanks in no small part to two price hikes in quick succession. Now, just to be clear, because I know it seems like I'm singling out Xbox here, PlayStation sales have been down in certain regions as well. We just saw how this recent Black Friday in the US was apparently the worst on record since 1995. That's just how bad it was across the board for Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. But there is no denying
shit too
when we
goddamn
look at this,
expensive,
that
bruh.
of the three big companies here that are involved in console hardware manufacturing, one of them seems to be in a hole that they are not going to be able to get out of. And that's really what I want to focus on here going into 2026, how it seems like when we hear the term, this is something that people have been using for a couple of years now, Xbox is dead. I think there's a misunderstanding. And I don't know how purposeful this is. I don't know if people are purposely trying to like twist it into something it's not. I'm sure that's happening. But I think what we really need to understand is when we say Xbox is dead, we're not talking about the platform that is Xbox, the ecosystem. Microsoft as a video game publisher, no, of course that's not dead. Game Pass is still here, still doing its thing. Microsoft still has a ton of studios and a ton of games that they're developing and that will release in the coming years. But when we talk about what Xbox has been since its inception, it's something that's been centered around the console experience. And, you know, it was purposely made to try to take on the PlayStation 2 and to stop Sony from, you know, having a complete stranglehold over the living room when it comes to gaming. When we look at Xbox from that perspective, I don't think there's any denying at this point in time that it is over. And to be honest, I think a lot of people kind of already knew this. I think people were watching what was happening throughout 2024 and 2025, and they kind of did jump to that conclusion, rightfully so, that, hey, what we grew up with watching PlayStation and Xbox fighting tooth and nail every single year, taking swings at each other, desperately to try to win the customer base over to this side, to sway them to that side, to bring them into their console ecosystem and keep them there, that seems to be pretty much coming to an end. Or I guess for some people it already did come to an end when things like Forza and Halo and Gears of War were announced to be coming to PlayStation 5. And that's another reason why I'm saying this time it is different, because it's one thing when we kind of hear rumors about certain games being announced to, you know, be releasing the PlayStation 5 and coming to PlayStation 5. It's another thing when we actually watch the reveal of the Halo remake and we see a lead developer sitting there with a PlayStation shirt on, talking about how excited they are to bring it to PlayStation. A lot of people are very happy about that. Again, rightfully so, but there is no denying that, wow, if you look at how things have went down for the last 20 years to where they are now between PlayStation and Xbox, it is safe to say, for all intents and purposes, between Microsoft and Sony, the console wars are over. But that leads me into a bigger conversation and why I chose to have this discussion at all. And it has to do with the bigger picture of like what is going on in the console space. Well, if you zoom out as much as you can and you look at what's going on in the wider gaming space, and if you want to zoom out even further and just kind of look at what's going on in the world, although we'll keep it just related to gaming here, you can see that things are not going well. People are throwing around the term collapse quite a bit these days, and there's just seemingly a lot of doom and gloom, and truthfully, most of it, not all of it, but most of it is somewhat justified, or maybe even very justified. things are not looking good, generally speaking, when it comes to the video game industry going into 2026. It does seem pretty clear that competition is going to be at an absolute bare minimum to seemingly non-existent in many cases. And the reason for that is because it's going to be about survival. Well, not literal survival for most of these bigger companies like Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo. For some companies, unfortunately, and certainly some game developers, it will actually truly be about survival, and we're not going to see everybody make it, sadly. But for these bigger companies, it's more about retaining profitability and finding some path to continued growth. And it's going to be probably a sad thing to witness in the next 12 months, maybe going beyond that next couple of years, because you're going to see certainly some of these companies, you're going to see the level of desperation they're going to reach, and it's going to be, frankly, it's going to be ugly. And I know this all sounds bad. It's not all going to be bad. There's going to be a lot of good. In fact, I think 2026 is going to be one of the best years ever for gaming, generally speaking, in terms of just the available games you'll have to choose from and the quality of those games. But in between all of that, you're going to see the struggle. We're already seeing the struggle. And I think what we're seeing between PlayStation and Xbox, where we went from the fierce competition, you know, each company trying their hardest to outdo the other and sway a very large, I mean, we're talking tens of millions of people over to their console ecosystem, to now it just seems like Microsoft is purely focused on, hey, we need to sell as many copies of our games as we can. We need to increase the prices to retain that profitability and retain those profit margins. And on top of that, we need to just, you know, kind of
I don't really know what the future of gaming holds, to be honest. I think that we should just keep playing and play PlayStation 5 for another 3 years, dog. Another 3 years, man. Cause nobody got $1,000 for the fucking Steam box. If you pay $1,000 just to play a video game on your television set.
Want to ring in the new year with style and serious savings? Let me show you. Ashley has hot buys starting at just $2.99.
Apparently, he was just he was really on one.
I'm Mr. President. You came from a different way this time.
Yeah, a little bit different. We have some good people. We have Senator Lindsey Graham.
Hello, everybody.
We have Howard Lutton, Commerce. We have Steve Miller. We have a lot of people. We have Aaron. We have a lot of people. Go ahead.
Hi, Mr. President. Have you spoken with any of the U.S. service members who were injured during that operation in Venezuela?
Yes, we have calls into them. I want to speak.
Yep.
They're all in good shape.
Can you detail what watching that was like when all of this played out in Venezuela and what Maduro was doing that moment?
Well, I knew the
US
possible danger. I mean, it was a very dangerous operation.
What was he doing?
It was amazing that we had a few injured, but all in good shape right now. But I knew there was great danger. You got off a helicopter, the helicopters were being shot at.
Yep.
They got on the ground. They were amazing talent and tremendous patriotism, bravery. The bravery was incredible. Lindsay, they got off the helicopter and the bullets were flying all over the place. As you know, one of the helicopters got hit pretty badly. We got everything back. Nobody killed.
The next question is who's in charge of Venezuela right now? Have you spoken to
who's in charge?
The Venezuelan president there, Rodriguez? And what are your thoughts on the entire situation? You said the U.S. would run Venezuela.
We're dealing with the people. We're dealing with the people that just got sworn in. And don't ask me who's in charge because I'll give you an answer.
What does that mean?
That means we're in charge.
Have you?
Man.
Listen, they should just straight Puerto Rico, Venezuela.
Man.
So I'm trying to go.
Wow.
They want to be Americans.
I don't want to say the name
Let's
of
get
the race
Venezuela,
of the
bro.
doctor.
Let's get Venezuela. I want to go. I don't want to get a passport or nothing like that. I just want to hop on the
Don't
plane.
ask me who's in charge because I'll give you an answer and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
It already
We're in
happened.
Have you
So
spoken with
now
her?
we got to
We're
deal
in
with what's
charge.
happening right
Have you spoken
now.
with her?
No, I haven't.
Didn't even
Let's How long is this video, dog? This video is an hour long?
And the election. But it's because of tariffs.
There was a time.
Without tariffs, we wouldn't have 10 cents being invested.
There was a time back in 20.
If I think I'm telling you, man, we should just do that to Venezuela. If we have this type of control, we need to announce that Venezuela is now part of the United States. Straight up. They about to start paying taxes. They about to get, they about to have to, they gonna have to raise the minimum wage and all that, dog. We gonna have to change the building structures. Y'all know this shit ain't up to code, nigga. Y'all got 30 days to fix this shit. People can't live like this in America. And whatever's wrong, whatever standard Americans use, y'all need to reach that standard. Yeah, I guess you could give them some time. But a lot of them companies, Venezuela got, what's the population of Venezuela? Hold up. For real. What is the population of Venezuela? They got GDP, nigga, they got hella GDP. If we have, like, bro, I'm trying to go, dog. I'm trying to go. Venezuela population 30 million people. GDP 80 billion. What? Bro, Sony makes the GDP of Venezuela, bro. Hold on. Sony's yearly revenue is $85 billion. The GDP of Venezuela. Let them be Americans. If we literally, bruh, do you know that will probably, bro, I would literally move out there and I would just work in a facility somewhere. I would be a manager out there, dog. I would go out there and be a manager and buy a house. Let me just ask. Venezuela become part of U.S. No, becoming part of the U.S. isn't currently a reality or stated goal. Instead of recent actions like Captain Iran aim to influence the government towards U.S.-friendly policies. Like, why? Why can't we just say y'all Americans now? Y'all still Venezuela, but Americans can come here and y'all can come to America. Y'all are citizens. Y'all need to pay our government. Y'all don't even need no president no more. We the president. Like, just so I can go there. It'll help a lot of things, yo. We can buy houses for $30,000. And everybody's dog, there's gonna be so many people moving to Venezuela out of America that we don't even need to do nothing. It just be like moving, my nigga. Like you would have to like sell your car or shit like that. Like niggas gonna be selling cars. We getting the fuck up out of here, my nigga. We don't need no whip in Venezuela right now. We about to start businesses, barbershops, chicken spots. You know what I'm saying? Sandwich delis, nigga. Delicatessens, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. But they like, nah, we just gonna exploit them to benefit like the government. We don't want this to benefit Americans. Americans are going to pay for this to benefit. Like, I don't, you know, and it's like maybe Venezuela doesn't want to be a part of the United States, but I don't know. I want to ask. Did y'all niggas ask? Like, it's nice to be an American, bro. I don't know anything of how it feels to be anything else, but it's nice. You have, like, if you don't, unless your parent, you know, like, unless you have bad parents, it's sad about how bad parenting is. You should have a parent. Like, if you get pregnant, the government should step in and look at your life and be like, nah, you don't have a parenting license to have a child, dog. And they should just take your child, bro. And I know that sounds cruel. That sounds real cruel, but do you know how much trauma that would get rid of? Seriously. These people are real. This world is so fucked up. A lot of people shouldn't even be able to have kids. Most people can't have kids. The people without kids are smart. They don't want to do that to their kids. They don't want to bring their kids through that shit. They want to have kids, like, but they're like, yo, this world is too fucked up. Or I'm too fucked up. If you're aware of how fucked up you are, and you don't have kids, you're actually just a good person too. I wonder if the double jump is a fucking tool. It can't be a tool. Maybe it's up. Maybe you're gonna have to push up and A or something. I just need to do this until I have 2,000 coins. Alright, what else can we listen to on YouTube, dog? Like, it would be really nice to just not have to. I think I just got to get a passport, but I'm like, yo, why would I get a passport? That just seems, it just seems so, like, how much does it cost to get a passport? $130. $30 execution fee. I really don't even feel like traveling, to be honest. I really don't. I just don't, like, it's like traveling is not relaxing unless you're like so rich that you don't even have to deal with all the stress of traveling. You know, traveling with your kids is another thing. You know, you do anything for your kids. You take them to Disney World, you take them to the fucking Grand Canyon and shit, you take them to the goddamn Power Rangers concert, to the baseball game. You take them somewhere, man. Enrich them to some real shit. You see that man over there? You know how much he get paid? Millions of dollars. You want to learn how to do it? You want to go talk to him? Hey, my son want to do your job. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of parenting people should think about. But it's hard to do that on the inside, the parents aren't happy within their own relationship, and that's a whole nother topic that we'll get into, goddammit, if we need to, because we don't got nothing else to do. I'm losing my fucking mind in here. Alright, come on now. This is the countdown. We just need 2 grand, bro. I guess we should get 2,400, but nah, man. I ain't that thirsty for no motherfucking coins, dog. I got hella rosaries, dog. La-dee-da-dee-da, la-dee-da, la-dee-da. Oops. How much more money do I need? All right. Yeah, let's just listen to these bitches sing. Like, who is the voice actor? Because it's just hilarious. Like, do you know what place you go to in your mind to sound like that? There we go. All right, man, we're almost there. Let's see what we can. There's got to be something else we can listen to on YouTube, bro. 8 hours.
If you're trying to stay lean and jacked and athletic from the comfort of your own home, I have something game-changing to show you. This beast...
The only thing difference is the OS.
Yeah, we can't. Yo, the Wizards are about to get Trae Young, and we don't even need that nigga, bro. For real. Let's just listen to this nigga.
Nothing left. With the ants, it's conceptually simple to beat them. You kill the king and the colony ceases to function because it was a top-down
This is a
site.
Hunter x Hunter
With the Haley
rant.
family, it is nowhere near. Currently, Morena serves in, I suppose, the king position. However, again, if Morena was to die, then the Haley family don't become any less of a threat because each member has the potential and is actively designed to become the next Morena, and ideally, each of them are going to fracture at around the same time, and we will have 20 Morenas instead of one to deal with. I mean, just imagine if every Chimera ant had the potential to become. Not only that, they were encouraged to do so. That's what we're dealing with here. But both factions exist for a similar purpose in Hunter x Hunter, which is to directly concept the challenge of humanity, with both of them being geared against the more objectively negative aspects, such as one of the ants' first experiences of humanity being the dictatorship of East Gorteau under Mingjol X's body double, featuring other fun cases. These ants had a hobby of buying women and keeping them in a dystopic underground society designed purely to serve him. Other than food, this was Meruem's first experience of humanity, and he found it to be utterly ridiculous. He saw no value in what they were doing, which is an idea that Togashi has amped up with the Haley family. They currently serve as a direct challenge with each of the 14 princes designed to be a cross-section of
Almost
humanity.
there,
Every
almost
broad
there.
ideology, societal system, and human pursuit can be found within these princes. For example, First Prince Benjamin's blind nationalism and authoritarianism versus Ninth Prince Hulkenberg representing a more ideal democratic system. But neither of these at the beginning of the succession contest, Hulkenberg is portrayed as the light, the hope for the future, the clear path forward. But we are slowly seeing him and his ideology being corrupted, whilst Benjamin, the guy who initially appeared as the obvious villain, is on the opposite path. He's becoming more and more humanized, and so someone who appeared to be a vicious tyrant in the beginning of the arc is now nuanced, principled, and shockingly empathetic to those around him. That is one small, tiny
One more time.
example of the dynamics going on within the
Thank
princes.
goodness,
There are
man.
so many more, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to make it very clear that the Haley family, in their immediate quest to destroy the Karkin Empire, have positioned themselves as an enemy of humanity as a whole, because that is what the Karkin royal family represents, just as the Chimera ants presented themselves as an enemy of humanity as well. However, many of the ants did eventually come to appreciate that wide spectrum of what humanity has to offer, like Yuppie developing respect for Knuckle, or Meruem rewarding his experiences with Komugi and Netero, with the plan of reassessing humans worth to be used as food, whilst allowing a section of them to live in a permanent human preservation. I know that saying it like that doesn't make it sound hugely generous, but it is a colossal step forward from where the ants began. And it's also a step that the Haley family will never take. Because unlike the ants, they already understand humanity. They were born into it, and they have soundly rejected it. And more importantly, they possess a power that the ants never could have dreamed of, which was described by Isaac Netero as the bottomless malice within the human heart. Meruem was physically limitless, but not even he could overcome the depths that humanity was willing to sink to. However, this time, it's a more even matchup. Human versus human, versus humans. Bottomless Malice versus Bottomless Malice.
Yay!
He didn't know this at the time,
Ding, ding,
but
ding, ding,
Morena
ding.
Crudo is the perfect example of what Netero was referring to, because Morena is almost malice personified. She was born from the darkest possible pit of human potential through the Cucking Carnival, and from childhood she was designated not as a child, not even as a human, but as meat, and she was subject to every terrible thing a human could undergo that I can't say on YouTube, but whatever it is you're thinking, it happened to Morena. She was born in such a dark place that we don't even know her real name. Morena Crudo is an identity that she stole from someone else as one of her many steps towards acquiring power. And so Morena herself is almost an entity that transcends the basic aspects of humanity, such as identity. She was born at the very bottom of society, the person with objectively the least amount of power who we come dangerously close to not even recognizing as human, but who through sheer malice alone has now risen to become one of the greatest threats to the entire human race, as have the rest of her family. Each of the Hailey members were born somewhere at the bottom of human society and are rising together through their mutual hatred. It's the fact that one of the greatest threats in Hunter x Hunter isn't a singular Morena, nor is it a corrupt hunter or a phantom troop, not even the Ant King or a Dark Continent calamity. The greatest threat in this series right now is an assortment of minimum wage workers who spawned into a terrible zone with abysmal stats to the point where almost no one even registers the fact that they even exist. And it's the combination of all of those negative circumstances that have come together to forge this limitless potential. And in regards to contagion, the ability is limited only by the potential of humanity itself. It can replicate itself as much as required until humanity ceases to exist. Every time that humans find a way to evolve and propagate, contagion will follow. And this is what the Chimera ants were missing, although it is something that they may have eventually developed over time. Remember that Meruem was only 40 days old. At their oldest, the rest of the ants were only about 90 days old. They were an infant, innocent species, completely unprepared to deal with and tap into their assimilated humanity. And sure, the Hailey members wouldn't have been capable of tapping into this malice in their infancy either. However, they have now had decades upon decades of experience, relentlessly suffering and charging that power of malice. This is a power that the ants never could have dreamed of, nor would they probably have wanted. But both factions also have some oddly specific parallels, one great example being Remote and Louise, two very brash characters entering into proximity with Robert Man, both being responsible for growing the strength of their groups and not touching people. Louise facilitated another branch's inability, with both meeting the exact same fate of being captured by Killua and Luini by Nobunaga. So the Hailey family are playing different songs using the same beat. So it does make me wonder about the future, because like I said before, there are certain beats that we haven't reached. For example, one that comes to mind would be a Titan. But I think this is only a matter of time.
God damn it.
Imagine something like this is going to come when one of the Hailey members reaches level 100 and shows us the full potential of what the family are working towards, much like the birth of Nefertiti as the first god. Another key beat would be a Komugi, who we actually may have already met. In the same way that Meruem played a mundane game with Komugi, we also have Morena playing a mundane game with Borkson, the newest Hailey recruit, and Borkson could end up being a reverse Komugi. Komugi was able to break through to her and change it, even though that wasn't her intention. But in our flipped examination, perhaps Morena will be able to break through the Borkson and change her. So the Borkson will try and Komugi her way into Morena, but she'll fail. Because Komugi was a philosophical challenge to the system, something that made Meruem very cognizant of different types of strength and value that exist within humans. However, I can't see Morena or the Hailey family ever being convinced of that brand of optimism. However, what I can see is Borkson gradually coming to embrace self-respect. She's already well aware of the corruption within the Khaki Empire and even serves within Saragen's branch of the royal military. If there was anyone in a position to be seduced by Morena's ideology,
Well, like, why
but
ants?
as for how this ends, if we're
You got all
looking
these
at
fucking
the
ants in your basement.
talk, following that to its natural conclusion would mean the success of the Hailey family. In a series like Hunter x Hunter, we definitely would be Togashi can end his story as his thesis of humanity with the bottomless malice of the human heart.
And Doug.
There it is, Limu, the 50-yard line! Soon!
The original ending of Hunter x Hunter has just been uncovered, and in this rejected finale, we were supposed to see Crawler vs. Kurapika, Jing Fritz vs. Silver Zoldyck, and most shockingly of all, Gon versus killed. And in each of these matchups, at least one character dies. Alright, so this ending has been a bit of a myth in the Hunter x Hunter fandom for as long as I can remember, decades potentially. But its existence was finally confirmed as a result of a storyboard arc, a lot of which was then posted online by the buyer. And we now know exactly how the original Hunter x Hunter 1999 anime was supposed to end, a series that on its own was a wild ride that covered up to the end of York New City in 62 episodes, and then went on to cover Greed Island in a further 20 episodes released through OVAs. So look, if you're significantly younger than me, then let me explain how anime used to work in the late 90s and early 2000s. Back in the day, right, weekly manga would be picked up extraordinarily quickly once it achieved significant popularity in manga. And Hunter x Hunter is a fantastic example of this, very convenient, since what it is about. In this video, we're talking about the 1999 anime. Hunter x Hunter manga was first published on March 16, 1998. So the manga was in publication for less than a year before a decision was made to adapt it into an anime that would start airing late the following next year in 1999. Now, to be fair, in this case, Yoshihiro Togashi would have played a huge part in this, I would say, very preemptive decision, primarily because he'd already found established success with Yu Yu Hakusho, which finished airing in 1994. If Hunter x Hunter hadn't come from someone who had already helmed a successful series in manga and anime form, then I do think they would have waited a bit longer, but it's not much longer. Take One Piece for example. The manga started in 1997 and it had an anime airing by 1999. And that came from Eiichiro Oda, who at the time was an absolute no-name with no previous track record. And even then, One Piece was rushed into an anime adaptation. And the big issue with doing this is how quickly the anime series catches up to another period, especially in the case of Hunter, because every anime episode is ideally paced at about 3 manga chapters, which is why the 1999 anime has such an extreme amount of filler in it. Some of it quite interesting, some of it quite funny, some of it just weird, but the 1999 series was riddled with it because without this filler, it would have blasted past the manga. Back in the day, a lot of series often did, and the solution to this problem wasn't to slow down.
You didn't hear all that shit going down there?
Wasn't to change publication into, say, a seasonal format. No, the solution was, more often than not, to completely abandon the source material and have the anime go off on its own completely different path and create its own exclusive ending. A great example of this is the original 2003 Full Metal Alchemist anime, which rapidly caught up to its manga source material and deviated off onto its own into an alternate canon and concluded the series in what is, in my opinion, a very haphazard and unsatisfying way. And this is the exact same path that the 1999 Hunter x Hunter anime could and very almost did take, and we actually have the storyboards of what was proposed to be the final episode of Hunter x Hunter. This is the original episode 64, which was never made, and it had the extremely difficult task of wrapping up all of Hunter x Hunter in a single episode, which was not written by Togashi, but by the anime staff. And I was blown away when I saw what they tried to do, and not in a good way. I cannot believe that this ever got anywhere near happening. But before we get to that episode, more changes were going to need to be made to previous episodes to facilitate. Director of the 1999 anime, Kazuhiro Furuhashi, had a lust for drama not seen since the days of William Shakespeare, and he wanted to change the ending of York New City to have one final showdown between Chrollo and Kurapika, during which Chrollo would be killed and Kurapika would lose an eye, but also lose a lot more. This storyboard depicts Kurapika on the verge of death, and the reason for said death isn't entirely clear, but it states that Kurapika's heart is about to stop, which implies that he's done something that goes against the Nen restrictions that he set himself in order to kill Chrollo. And in his final moments, Kurapika appears to say absolutely nothing to either Gon or Killua, and then Kurapika goes on to die in Leorio's arms, which is quite the bold maneuver, killing both Kurapika and Chrollo. Wild idea, considering that they've now become essentially our main protagonists in the current manga arc. And look, I haven't found anything personally that supports this yet, but allegedly each and every member of the Phantom Troop was also supposed to die by this point, just making sure to leave absolutely nothing open for a future series. Again, I can't confirm that. A lot of people, I think, are just coming to their own conclusion, so that might not be the case. But also, come on to battle next, maybe. As you can imagine, Karapika's death then took a toll on our surviving cast members, and with a very bitter moment where Gon, Killua, and Leorio split up, with Gon returning to Whale Island, and waiting for him there is not just Mito, but also Kite and Jing, although I don't believe we see the reunion itself. With the storyboard pieces we have, it seems more like Gon comes home, he sees Kite and Jing, and then we cut to what I can only describe as utter madness, because what happens next is a 7-year time skip which brings us to the original ending of the never-produced episode 64, which means that Gon and Killua are both somewhere between 18 and 19, and Killua has had a particularly dark 7 years because he apparently went back to the Zoldyck family estate and has now transformed into the old Zoldyck assassin archetype presented by Silver, Illumi, and Xena. And look, conceptually, I don't mind this change, just because the anime was using a plot point left open, and to this day still remains left open, which was Silver claiming that one day Killua would come back, and he had the utmost of confidence that Killua would embrace his destiny as the eventual head of the Zoldyck family. You might not agree with how we got to this point by sacrificing Karapika and everything, and to be fair, it does make a bit of sense with what we know at the time. And Killua is now such a trusted assassin that he's out on a mission with his father Silver, and their target just so happens to be Gasper Jing Freaks, who they find in what appears to be some sort of crater forest. What's Jing doing alone in a hole? I don't know, that's his business. But Silver commences to fight battle Jing while Killua watches. He's not involved in this fight at all yet. And this isn't quite the battle of the best enemies in the world that you would expect, because it appears that the outcome occurs off-screen and we just see the aftermath. And we see it through the first of a series of unrelenting dramatic twists as Gon arrives onto the battlefield just as the fight ends, with Silver Zoldyck being reflected in his right hand and his father Jing being reflected in the left. It's really not good news for Gon because Jing has landed on his knee to stand the pose of defeat. However, twist number the second, for reasons that we can only speculate, Silver Zoldyck then appears to rip out his own heart. One way this could have happened is if the anime made Jing a manipulator and he had Silver do this to himself, or if Jing somehow attacks the heart and Silver removes it to that door, some kind of crap. I don't know about that. What I do know is that this was probably Jing's doing because Killua, he gets very upset. And at this point, Jing is exhausted on the floor from his fight battle, so Killua uses this opportunity to launch at him and take revenge for Silver's death. However, Gon steps in to protect Jing, and we have a men clash, with Gon erecting a defensive something or other, with Killua attempting to go through it with his claws. This is an extremely dramatic moment, and I'm going to put this out there right now. One of these boys is about to die. Which one will it be? We'll find out in a bit, because first, drama is always incomplete without emotional observers, as we also see Mito arrive onto the battlefield, where Guest tries to rush Gon's aid. However, Mito is held back by Kite, who's also reasons and not doing anything to help either Jing or Gon, for more reasons that near images are incapable of explaining. But none of the other helps. Kite's just gonna walk Anyway, Killua rips out Gon's heart in an extremely brutally depicted sequence. This is very clever, right? Because here's what we've already learned as audience members from Silver ripping his own heart out is that people die without their hearts. So I guess that could be considered foreshadowing for this moment that Gon loses his heart because he die. That's right, Gon dies, and the final shot of Hunter x Hunter 1999 is Mito watching Gon get his heart ripped out and depart this world in the end. For applause.
Friday is company karaoke, 90s pop theme. I'm something of a karaoke connoisseur.
Ren! What's this?
Brad wants a plan to reach a new quarterly target, and he wants it by Friday?
Trying to throw me off my karaoke game. Not gonna happen. I've got Grammarly. Time to brainstorm.
Perfect.
Let's build this out. Nice. This new messaging is perfect.
Okay.
These ants grew into fucking humanoid ants.
Right. Starting with metrics is way stronger.
This is good to go.
They evolved down here.
Amazing work on that plan. Can you present it to the team next week?
No problem.
Thanks.
Nailed it.
Saving money feels right. Just like when things are packed tidy and tidy. Get auto insurance that fits your budget and your needs. Save up to 10% when you bundle auto and renter's insurance.
So obviously the reason why this ending never happened is because of how incredibly awful it was in each and every way. But the ideas behind it are very much in keeping with this specific era of anime during which Hunter x Hunter aired. The 90s was a very somber time for anime. It was very much an era crowned by successful titles like Cowboy Bebop and Neon Genesis Evangelion, among many others that had a pattern of ending on a bittersweet note, if not outright bitter, brutal, and cold. And then as the 2000s went on, anime started to go in a much more optimistic direction, but I can definitely see why the 1999 director was tempted to take Hunter x Hunter down this path, because it was just sort of the established thing that you would do. And this ending is also lacking some of the context set up by the 1999 anime itself. For example, to us, Killua, my darling boy, him growing up to kill Gon is absolutely unthinkable, especially after everything he did during the election arc, which wasn't even close to existing when the anime aired. But the 1999 anime did have a much darker tone overall, and Killua is a prime source of that. The 1999 series portrays him as a lot more edgy and takes away a lot of his childlike joy. So within this series, Killua's future does make slightly more sense, as does Kurapika's death. After he kills Uvagin in the 1999 anime, it's played as if Kurapika has committed a deep sin that he will never be able to recover from, and Kurapika himself is left mentally scarred after the killing, which is not at all like the cold matter-of-fact man he was in the manga and the 2011 anime. So Kurapika's death could be seen as a fair punishment for crossing a moral line that he shouldn't have, or at least that would be the traditional wisdom of shows that have their characters explore the darkness. But it is completely counter to Hunter x Hunter, which is not a world at all bound by morality. There are very few characters who have never
Okay, mana piye to, Bang?
What the fuck? Where you at? Damn. Well, I didn't even realize this was here.
Tingin naman.
Josephine?
I don't even... When did these quests pop up here?
Bombari. Kazak Katsa.
Samasa. Puram Indomik. Vera Bakata.
Mangina Fora.
Okay. Oh, I see. God damn it. I don't remember any of this shit. My oh my.
sono amade.
I guess I should have bought rosaries, but whatever.
Opa.
I almost died. I got hit. Oops, I'm tripping. Still got hit. Okay, let's get this guy out of here. I don't give a fuck if I gotta fight him or kill him or whatever, dog. You getting up out of this goddamn cage. God damn it. Damn it.
Bene, Frank.
Maru Asa.
Da, finestra. Tamiyan.
Polera.
All right. Resolved. I guess I don't really need. I mean, I guess I should. Mano!
Buenera. That's fine.
I never went over there. Damn, I can't get up there. What a fucking idiot. I am a fucking idiot. Oh man, I got all my coins. All my goddamn coins, man. Barbed bracelet, what the fuck is that? I got that shit. What? Okay. Oh shit. Damn it. Son of it. What? Hold up. Hold up, dog. I never fought that nigga. I thought I killed that nigga. Let me get rid of my rosaries. And I ain't even hit a bench. Well, I got something for his ass. Hola, Socia.
Mi amor.
Oh, I'm buying the wrong shit. Damn, I just wasted a bunch of money probably.
Mi offende?
Peguei, mano. Escamada, mano.
You don't know it.
Pada malo. Peguei, mano.
Fadaste mı?
Pada malo. Kada bay na bangana waduh. Tinggi na maro. Dada.
Damn, I gotta go to the Citadel? How do I get there? I don't even know where this dude is even at. Hold up. Is it here? Okay. Where the I don't know where he is. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Where am I right now? Jeez. Oh, I can't even do it. I I gotta fight a boss. Oh well. Yeah, I can't even do it because I gotta go open that gate. Damn, dog. Oh well. Oh well. I thought I could get the last oil without. You're just gonna see. Yeah, just use it on this motherfucker right here, dog. Bro, yeah, there's a fucking boss out here. I can't believe I just left the boss out here. Like, I could have sworn I killed this thing. Wow, it killed me. Neo Samasa. Dera. Ula Socia. Luminat.
Crossed a moral line, and almost none would be punished for doing something that we humans would consider bad. In fact, I'm certain there's more examples of people being rewarded for crossing those lines than we have examples of them being punished. And in terms of Gon's death, the way I see it is that this was an attempt for the anime to artfully conclude his purity, which is also very much like up the 1999 series. To be fair, in the very beginning of Hunter x Hunter, he was that more standard shonen purity. So I guess the director of the 1999 series was aiming to have Gon sacrifice himself to save his father with an almost religious level of martyrdom. But I do have questions about why they ended up doing the sacrifice instead of maybe Jin sacrificing himself to save Gon. And I guess the problem there would be that was not a big story to tell. Like, what does Gon do now that his father is dead? Does he go after Killua? Does he accept it? What does he do? Then none. All I know is that we don't have enough time in a single episode. So killing Gon just seems like the easiest way. But the thing I find most satisfactory about this ending is Gon's reunion with Jin. He just goes home and his father's there. I get that finding Jin was the entire premise of the series, and to conclude it and brilliant to address it, it just feels so lazy. And that might be because of everything that I would have done to go through to find Jin. But this 1999 business, it's very Shakespeare, and I know the Shakespeare that ends with a Gon descending from the heavens, bringing everyone together and solving all of their problems in a single paragraph, because sometimes even Shakespeare couldn't figure out how to solve all of the problems he created. That's what this is. Tragedy occurs, Gon decides to go home, and they're waiting for him.
God damn it!
But there is also one extremely important element missing from this ending, and that is anything to do with Hisoka. Now, I have to believe that he was included somewhere in this ending, and we just don't have the storyboards for it because it feels very odd to not have him addressed at all, considering how desperately all of these major characters were being brought together to wrap up everything that was Hunter x Hunter. And this is the only thing that gives a bit of credibility to the idea that the rest of the Phantom Troop died as well in the previous episodes, because Hisoka may very well have been part of that. He may have been cleaned up long before we got to 64. And something else that we should consider here is the idea of money. Because look, killing off the vast majority of your cast traditionally makes it very difficult to produce more anime, which they did with the Greed Island replays, so there was probably a business element to not doing this ending as well, so as not to completely cut off any opportunities to adapt further Hunter x Hunter arcs. And to continue being fair to the tone of the ending, I don't know how conceptually different this is going to be to Togashi's desired ending for the book. Togashi stated that the ending he most wants to do would leave the audience feeling very unsatisfying, but I do have faith that no matter what he wants to do, it would be far, far better executed than this proposed ending. So thankfully this ending never came into existence, but I am honestly fascinated by how close it is.
Sometimes life can be a little messy. But with next-gen Novella Performance Fabric at Ashley, we've got your whole home covered. So you can get back to what you love, messes and all.
This is my hypothesis. Isaac Netero traveled to the Dark Continent. There he met Don Freaks on the shoreline of Lake Mobius. Netero then returned to the human realm with the first half of Don's book, Journey to the New World. Netero then gave a copy of that book to Jing Freaks, which started his obsession with the Dark Continent, while Zig Zoldyck stayed behind to travel with Don. That's my thinking. Now let's see if it works. Hello and welcome to the New World Review, your source for everything anime and manga. Today we're going to discuss quite possibly the only successful return journey to the Dark Continent that we know of, being the Netero expedition. And we're doing this because I was posed an intriguing question by a user named Raging Miku, who inquired as to whether or not Zig Zoldyck, a member of this expedition, was still alive. Because there is some very interesting information to suggest that he may have. However, as I looked further into it, a much bigger picture started to unravel, threatening to provide potential answers to many of our lingering questions. So I think it's about time that we examined the mysteries behind the Netero voyage. And it's all going to begin with a quick round of Netero or Neta No, a very simple minigame, the rules of which are as follows. I am going to ask you a multiple choice trivia question about our former chairman, and should you answer incorrectly, then your punishment will be to subscribe to the New World Review, which will result in consistent injections of hunt-based content administered directly into your YouTube feed. Meanwhile, if you are correct, then you will be awarded with a slap on the butt from the 100-type Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. So here is our trivia question. How old was Netero when he began training in the mountains? A, 45, B, 46, or C, 47. All fairly reasonable sounding midlife states of being, so please do make your choice now and we shall reveal the answer in 3, 2, 1, and bam, it was B, 46 years old. So if you guessed incorrectly, then you know the thing to do, and please do say hi in the comments below if you are new to our association. Welcome. But let's begin with the official story. Here's a guy. His name is Steiner, and he is important because he is a powerful bureaucrat within the IPA, an organization which is designed to regulate travel to and from the Dark Continent. In a very short amount of time, Steiner has become one of the world's foremost authorities on the continent, due primarily to having read a book called Journey to the New World, which was of course penned by the almost mythical figure Freaks. In addition to this, Steiner has information on all officially recorded journeys to the Dark Continent, which according to him come to a grand total of 140 adventures. Of those 149, only 5 expeditions have been returned from the continent, which assumes that the other 104 have a 100% casualty rate. Now of the 5 voyages which did see individuals return, there were only 28 in total, and of those 28, only 3 of them were integrated into society. And according to official statistics, that would be a survival rate of 0.04%. But I bring this up because the number 3 is speculated on here and there, primarily because 3 is not 4 is the number of times is constant and potentially return. So we have Isaac Netero from the Earth, Zig Zoldyck, and of course Beyond. And given the number of Netero and that it's easier at face value to assign Zig with a rather unfortunate fate because he is the 4th main character of a maximum of 3 But what does get missed quite a bit is that Steiner also states that of those 3, Beyond is the only one alive today, which more or less confirms that Steiner is unaware of Netero's unofficial journey, because sure, Netero is not dead, however we're nearly still alive, so it should be at least 2 survivors of his. So luckily for Zig, this gives him a lot of potential to, not be dead. To complicate matters though, this is another thing that often gets overlooked, but Netero actually set foot on the Dark Continent twice, according to him. One of these occasions is the unofficial voyage that we are exploring in this video, but the other is completely unknown. It's almost certainly another sneaky unofficial trip, because the voyages with survivors that we know of were all conducted by the V5 nations, who did so without informing the Hunter Association, but meaning that Netero likely would have been involved with it. But the most interesting thing Steiner says is that mankind has never succeeded in making a round trip, but then he has this story he thinks to himself implying that he may have knowledge of some of the journeys, or for showing us that Steiner skepticism about it, realizing all the potential faults initially came to mind. The one question that Steiner made at this point is where did their Don consonant come from? He published Journey to the New World because it was written by Don physicists, but it was clearly not published or distributed by them. So that leaves us with a mystery, which leads us quite nicely now into Jing. Jing is a unique master about reasons. However, on this occasion, he possesses some in fact, it's only because of Jing that we even know about Netero's powers to begin with. Jing dropped that massive nugget when he was explaining things constant expedition. This is pretty huge because you need to ask, you can't say for sure he knew because he was a Zodiac association and they have all kinds of special knowledge of Netero's suffering because they don't, or they do. Jing is the
God damn it.
Weirdly enough, some of the Zodiacs existed. Even the one who
God damn it.
was himself unaware of his. So for whatever reason, Jing Freaks was entrusted with his knowledge, something that Netero clearly had no inclination of giving.
I didn't see it.
And we know that it was Netero who told Jing directly, because Jing even quotes the former chairman's words, which were, "This place is too big. It's off the charts." And this decision to tell Jing and Jing alone is why I propose that on Netero's unofficial voyage, that he may have encountered Don Freeze. Now it's hard to put a timeline on exactly when Netero visited the Dark Continent. However, judging by his hair length and general aesthetic presentation, as well as Netero's own words that he visited the continent when he was quite young, this would imply that Netero visited prior to his trip around 766, which is actually a pretty massive thing to point out, because now we're talking about Netero before he achieved his enlightened golden Nen abilities. He was still likely quite powerful, but nowhere near the accomplished he could have. And perhaps visiting the continent wanted Netero to take some time to that doesn't necessarily matter though, because we do know for a fact that Netero would have been on the Dark Continent at the same time as Netero's group, because he initially set out to explore the landmass roughly 300 years ago. Now I think the hurdle that may come up in this discussion is they encounter each other. It's hard to pin down, but Don may have literally had a couple of centuries of continent, so there's no way they could have met. Well, no, in fact, not yet. In fact, the hundreds of years of exploration being true, but we also need to keep Don Freak's mission. He did not set out to explore the place. His goal was to spend his life traveling the shoreline, Mobius, and logging his experiences. So look, it's all about time over the last 300 years. Don Freaks was theoretically reachable, depending on which part of the human body you set out from and which part of the continent you landed on. So my proposal is that Netero and his party happened to land on a piece of shoreline very close to where Don was currently traveling, which may actually explain quite a bit. For example, how did Netero survive the Dark Continent? Given that he was more of a sprightly young prince at the time, there was a very real risk of death. And stumbling across Don, a man who was very well versed in Dark Continent survival, may very well have saved his life. Not only that, but extended his life. Because one thing here, prior to his death, Netero was at least 110 years old. He emphasized the whole release thing because it's implied that he was almost certainly way old. But even the baseline of 110 is insane because humans under far more real world expectancy. Take Zeno's older case. He's only 67 and he looks even older than Netero did at least twice his age. Now, Don Freaks did find an answer to this whole question, which was the substance of nitrogens, a food item on the Dark Continent that extends monsters, which was logged in history, and it actually inspired one of the official voyages to find it. Fair, catastrophic. And it seems very unlikely that Netero and his group would have just stumbled into the substance by sheer luck, but if Don were to have shared some of his already found, then it would explain why both Netero and Nate have lived the absurdly long lives they have. That scenario is complicated. For example, Netero this voyage to ice and then sets out on the
People come to us and their teeth are so bad that they all need to be extracted. They all need to be taken out and we can get brand new teeth. But traditionally, the old way of doing this, it usually can take somewhere up to 10 months sometimes to get your permanent teeth. And Nuvia, what's so incredible is through over 10 years of research, development, a lot of work that went into making a system where we can give people permanent teeth 24 hours after surgery.
The patient comes in, myself as a restorative doctor, I take measurements for that patient. And the next day, the patient is able to have a permanent smile delivered. We have a very experienced team that does this day in and day out. I think it's easy to look at what media does as giving people teeth, but really it's so much more
God
than
damn it.
that. We're giving people their health back.
God damn it.
We're giving people their health back.
Damn it.
Their relationships back. It's such a blessing to be a part of
Oh my God.
an organization that does.
That's one of a ton of possible different scenarios, but the thing I keep coming back to is how the writing of Don Freak's return to the human world. It's been said that Journey to the New World, East Edition, was published, quote, several centuries.
Garon, like I told you, you are.
Alright, man. I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. We're almost there on our gourmet journey. God damn it! I'm just a bug.
YouTube, he's Muten Gaming on YouTube, and
I'll holla at y'all, man. Take it easy.